Salvete, discipuli, sum magister Rundi, revera non sum Germanus magistri Rundi, ecce barba non hic est, sed sum magister Rundi. Hodie desiderem loqui de duas res de secunda conjugatione et de tempore perfecto. Today I would like to talk to you about the second conjugation and also the perfect tense. Ergo, discipuli, incipiamus.
Okay, discipuli. So, nunc loquamur de secunda conjugatione. That is the second conjugation. Now, conjugations are just a set of verbs. They're a set of verbs that follow the same pattern of how they change when you use them for different subjects. So we already have studied first conjugation words, and those normally end with an ARE. Now these are second conjugation verbs that normally end with an ERE. So here's an example of one, and all four partes principales, the four principal parts, habeo, habere, habui, habitum. And that means to have or to hold. Now, how do I conjugate this verb? So we'll talk about how to conjugate it in the present tense, in the imperfect tense, in the future tense, and then we'll even introduce the perfect tense. So let's begin with the present tense. So in order to conjugate it in the present tense, first we take our first principal part, habeo, and we just put it in our first person singular present. Habeo. Very easy first step. And of course, habeo means I have. Then we need to find the stem, per usual. So in order to find the stem, we take our second principal part, habere, and we take off the ending, scindite casus. Et quoque scindite macron. Take off the ending, take off the macron, no macron. And we are left with habe. Then you can put habe into its chart, to each of its places. Habe, 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 and habe. Then you add your personal endings, casus personales. And we know that our personal endings are these. OST, mustis und, OST, mustis und, OST, mustis und. And you'll notice that the first person in the vowel before the ending, there is a long mark. So over that E, there's a long mark. In the second person singulars and plurals, there's long marks over that E and that E as well. But in the third person, there are no macrons. So we know that this means then I have, you have, he, she, or it has, we have, y'all have, and they have. And that is our tempus presens, our present tense conjugation of a second conjugation verb. Now, you might be asking, well, how do I do it in the imperfect and the future tenses? Well, let's take a look. So we already have our stem here, habe, and you can take that stem and you can actually add your macron back on. So let's fill in our stem here. And let's fill in the macron as well. And then it's simple. For the imperfect tense, all we have to do is add our imperfect endings. We have our stem, then you just add your imperfect endings, which are bambas bat, bamus batis bat, bambas bat, bamus batis bat, bam, bas, bat, bamus, batis, and bant. And of course you will remember that that means I was having, you were having, he, she, it was having, we were having, y'all were having, and they were having. Now, you could also translate this, I used to have, or I kept on having, this habebam. And for all those, you can translate them in those three ways that we know we can translate the imperfect tense. So, ecce tempus imperfectum. And now for tempus futurum. Again, very, very simple. You take your stem, the macron stays on there, so you have habe, habe, habe. Getting a little crowded here. Habe, habe, and habe. And then you add your future endings. Bo bis bit, bimus bitis bunt. Bo bis bit, bimus bitis bunt. Bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitis, bunt. And there you have your future conjugation of a second conjugation verb. And of course we remember that this means I will have, you will have, he, she, it will have, we will have, y'all will have, and they will have. And that's that. That is the conjugation of a second conjugation verb. And we will continue with our next video on the tempus perfectum, the perfect tense, the simple past. Gratias discipuli, eatis in pace. Vale.